Hello, welcome back. I'm James Marchington, and this is your weekly news update from TSC. And what a week it's been. Just as we were uploading last week's programme, the news broke that Natural England were withdrawing the general licences, effectively banning shooting or trapping of all pest bird species, even crows and pigeons. The situation is changing all the time, and it's still unclear where it will all end up. But I'll do my best to bring you up to date in this programme. Plus, we're looking ahead to some exciting events coming up at the Oxford Gun Company, including a special Ladies' Day in conjunction with Fausti and a gripping day of shoot-offs for the TSC Bowman April competition. All that coming up after this. Now, I'm sure you've noticed the furore over the general licences this past week. It's all over Facebook, and it's even made it into the national press and TV. So what exactly has happened, and what does it mean for us shooters? Well, for years it's been legal to shoot pests such as pigeons, crows and magpies under a system of general licences, which for England were issued each year by the government body Natural England. The BBC wildlife presenter Chris Packham, along with two other campaigners, set up an organisation called Wild Justice and launched a legal challenge, arguing that the wording of the general licences didn't comply with the law. Natural England must have decided they were right, because they withdrew the general licences at very short notice last week. That meant that in England it became illegal to shoot crows, pigeons, magpies, Canada geese and so on, even if they were causing serious damage to crops or attacking livestock. Basque and the other countryside organisations were taken completely by surprise. They'd had no warning. Indeed, the last they'd been told by Natural England was that there'd be a consultation and nothing would be changing in a hurry. So the net result is that farmers, gamekeepers and the like are left unable to control pests at the worst possible time of year, just when lambs are vulnerable to attack by crows, crops are being decimated by pigeons, and wild game birds and songbirds are hatching their young. It's a massive own goal by Packham and his buddies who claim to be all about conservation, yet they've done untold harm to farming and wildlife just to make their point. Not surprisingly, there's been an angry response from the countryside. I can understand the frustration that led someone to send Packham a piece of wood with a penis drawn on it, but honestly that really doesn't help our cause. Basque have condemned threats and harassment directed at Packham, and quite right too. That sort of thing is not just illegal, it's also counterproductive. But I would urge you to sign the petition for the BBC to drop Packham as a wildlife presenter. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Plus, there are plans afoot for another countryside march in London. There's a Facebook group for that, which already has nearly 40,000 members, and they've even named a date, Saturday the 29th of June. So where does all this leave us on pest control? Well, Natural England say they're going to reissue the licences one by one, and they've produced a list of what to expect when. So far, all we've seen is this one, GL26, which is about killing crows to protect livestock. But if that's an indication of what to expect, it's an absolute joke. It runs to 11 pages, bangs on about how shooting a crow has to be an absolute last resort, and offers ludicrous advice about dressing up a scarecrow in your old clothes and sitting it in a chair with a broomstick in its hands. Then you could sneakily swap places with your scarecrow and fire a warning shot just to teach the crows a lesson. You couldn't make it up. Basque and the National Gamekeepers Organisation have condemned the new licence as unfit for purpose, saying it was rushed out with no consultation and contains serious flaws. You can say that again. They've joined forces with other rural organisations to demand an investigation into the disastrous handling of this whole affair. So, as of right now, pest control is on hold across England at the worst possible time. Nice one, Chris Packham. We'll keep you updated as and when, but for the latest information, keep checking the websites of Basque and other rural organisations, as well as Natural England's pages at gov.uk. Moving on to a happier subject, the TSC Bowman April competition was a huge success, with dozens of young shots competing during the month. It's not over yet, though. because there were so many great scores on the course that we'll need a round of shoot-offs to decide the winners. All those in contention will be contacted and invited back to take part in the shoot-offs on Friday the 10th of May, and we'll bring you the results in the following Tuesday's news programme. Saturday the 8th of June is National Ladies Shooting Day, and to celebrate, the Oxford Gun Company is holding their own ladies event in conjunction with Fausti. It's going to be a full day of shooting and fun for ladies, whether you're an experienced shot or a complete beginner. The team from Fausti will be there, and the event is the official launch of the new Fausti Aphrodite, a gun specially designed for lady shooters. Anyone can take part from as little as £25 per person. The whole Fausti range will be on display, and men are welcome to come along and shoot too. Find out more at oxfordguncompany.co.uk or call Lucy or Nikki on 01844 238 308. Now here's my pick of the latest shooting videos on YouTube. This one's timely. It's from Field Sports Channel. Farmer and pigeon shooter Andy Crow explains exactly why it's vital we have an effective general license system to allow people like him to protect their crops. He demonstrates that scaring methods don't work, and the damage to crops quickly runs into thousands of pounds. To watch it, click on the link in the description below. Well, that's it for this week's news. Thanks for watching. Do check out the links below and support the countryside's efforts to save vital pest control. We're back on Thursday with our next video. This time it's part 2 of David's review of the Browning Ultra XS Pro, and he's got some more useful shooting tips too. So please like and subscribe, and remember to support our sponsors whose names are coming up straight after this. They're supporting our sport, and they deserve our support in return. See you Thursday.